I couldn't find a place for the chair or a mama to console and pay his respects. Luke fought brave and true, but no one would know. Just a box for a hole. These hills reap what they sow. These hills reap what they sow. These hills reap what they sow.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We made it. You don't want to know what we were talking about before. Anyway, so
Or do
hi,
you?
it's the finale. What's up? The season finale, because we will come back with 8 more episodes sometime later on this year. Because we just like each other too much. But for now, this is the end of the season. So, hopefully Jamie has some really insane end of the season question to ask us.
Wow.
As we go around to introduce ourselves. Jamie, you are first up because you're in charge. I'm just here. Go ahead.
Well, I was actually thinking I just wanted to know, what people's emotions are going into this. Like, are we, you know,
Like in
excited?
character
Are you
or
scared? Your characters? Yeah, your characters,
Okay.
I think. Yeah. I think we're all of us, we kind of know how we feel as players. We're all
it's
excited.
a little sad.
Maybe, yeah, and a little sad because it's, end of the season or end of the show. Um, so that's what I was thinking. What's your character feeling like going into this next thing? Like, because like some of the characters I feel like are more risk adverse than others. That's a nice way of saying
What?
it.
No.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Hi, I am Lily. My pronouns are she, they, and my character is Maris, whose also pronouns are she, they. Maris is a witch, a healer, and I feel like in the last couple episodes, she really grew into herself, and I had like more of an opportunity to embody some of Maris's more darker emotions. So I would say that they're pretty determined right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Marlo. And I just realized I put shade instead of she they on my pronouns in Zoom. Sorry guys.
Shay
That's
they.
weird.
I see it. It's good. It's
Shay
good
they.
stuff. New pronoun just dropped.
New pronouns just dropped.
Sorry,
Love it
guys.
for you. So
Totally,
good.
totally distracted me. I use she they pronouns. Shay is fine too, but that is not my name, and I probably won't respond because I've never been called that before. But cool. Yeah, I'm playing Willie. Willie is your friendly neighborhood con woman, mother of 10, and trying to live out her dreams of being her own person. And Willie is wants to help people. Strangely, this is maybe the first time in her life she's ever really cared about helping people other than like her brood of hellions. But I think that's what it is. I think she's worried about these people. And I think she's really worried about what their future looks like. And I think that's driving her at this point. So worry, concern, but intrigued. Like she's like, this is my first step out of my holler, and I'm kind of getting to have some fun. And some interesting things are happening. So that's where
And I'm
Willie's at.
almost dying.
Yeah. Almost dying.
Mhm.
Hi, my name's John. You can find me at most places at It's Just John. Today I'll be playing Wyatt McAllister, who is an offish explorer who calls home the hounds. I will say Blue at the moment is kind of getting real tired of this shit and probably wants to go home. And He's tired of being in the middle of fighting. But Wyatt, I would say after the conclusion of the last episode, Wyatt is contemplating his place in life, I guess the way to put it, like where he wants to be. Not necessarily where he is or where he fits, but where he wants to be. And whether or not he fits into that mold. So I guess Wyatt's once again feeling like an outsider.
That's his fault.
It is.
Oh,
It 100% is.
Yeah. So, oh.
It 100% is, and I'm going to deny that.
Well, hi, I'm Rendis. I will be playing Jolene Higgins tonight. She is a scrappy protector that gets rough and rowdy, and I think that pretty much embodies how she's been feeling this entire time. She's basically working towards having zero chill, and almost dying kind of rattled her for all of 5 seconds, and then she was back on her feet, ready to go. So she's ready to wrap this up, I think. Not in the sense that she's done with the shit, but she wants to get something done because she's very forward focused and they know what they need to do and need to get it done to protect this town now.
Hey, I'm Val. This is my channel. I use any and all pronouns, though I am feeling my she's lately, so I want to feel like a pretty girl, so please help me do that. But Colette, who does use she, her pronouns, is a brash explorer who shoots sharp and straight, otherwise known as the nun with the guns. And as far as how she's feeling right now, she is in her element. She is what she has been trained her whole youth. I wouldn't say her whole life, but the past decade is what she's been trained to do. Like, she is in her element. But she's also a little impatient and very curious because all of this sounds very familiar of how her parents were killed, and she doesn't know if that is something that, if that's connected or not. It could be, it might not be. And she'd be frustrated if it's not, and I'm okay with that. She's not, but I am. Like, kind of thing. Also, John, thanks for gifting that
Of
sub,
course.
which is an incredible way to just lock in here and tell y'all this is, for the last time, a viewer-affected game. You can affect the games with your bits, subs, and donations. Bits gives us rerolls. Subs gives us the ability, basically a player intrusion if we wish for it. And if you donate money, you can make shit happen. It is the finale. You can donate preferably through coffee, but if you can't go through coffee, my Streamlabs link also happens. But yeah, things can happen. We don't cross lines and veils with donations, so if it doesn't work, I'll let you know that it doesn't work. And speaking of lines and veils, we'd like to remind everyone that this is a horror game taking place in 1930s Tennessee. So there is real life social horror and there is eldritch horror. And somehow they all kind of just combobulate with each other. I would like to point out we are taking care of each other. We have our safety tools in the background, but if that is something that you, as a viewer, don't wish to participate in or watch, please take care of yourself and leave. If we love to have you here, so just mute. But you know, take care of yourselves. It's very important. And with that, we're done. I have to pull up my my spreadsheet because we did just get that sub.
While we're pulling that up, there's been a few people that have been asking what the song is that's at the that we use for the trailer.
The song is called Ozark Gothic by Pawns or Kings and I will just link their I will link their Spotify in their Spotify and their TikTok in chat here in a hot second. So they were gracious enough. I found them on TikTok, directly DM'd me and sent me in the right direction to to license their music. So I paid to play this song, by the way. I didn't just take it. It's completely licensed, and they were gracious enough to get it at a discounted price. And if you are interested in using any of their music for your tabletop streams, like, they're ready. They're ready to license your stuff out. Like, they're here for it. They're also D&D nerds and Kingdom Hearts nerds and all of that. So I will link that in the chat here in a little while, both their TikTok and their Spotify. So cool. I'm
Sorry,
done.
I just wanted to make sure we got that.
Yeah, no, great. I was gonna thank them at the end, but at the beginning's perfectly fine too. All right, I'm done. So go ahead, Jamie. Get your stuff.
Okay. Well, it seems like, there's a range of emotions here, but everybody's character is, it seems like their anticipation is kind of like the thing I'm getting overall, because, the town's gonna flood, and that's how they're gonna make babies. I just remember I went back and watched the footage, and I was like, I almost took a screenshot of Val's face, but I was like, I don't know if she'd appreciate that. But like, is this face of you just going, like, just like having this moment, this epiphany of like, oh my
You
gosh.
should have clipped it. And, like,
Oh, see, I don't
Still
use Twitch
can,
enough.
still can.
I can. Yeah, I'll go back and clip that for sure.
Nice.
Or somebody can. But yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, yeah, there's a lot of like, I think ideas about what could happen going through people's heads. And we, well, before we go too far, I forgot to say, I'm Jamie. I'll tell the story here. I use he, him pronouns. And I'm going to take us to Baker's Gap, Tennessee, where our group is staying, our gracious group is staying with Miss Marcy Walker, and she has put them all up for the second or third night in a row. And yesterday was full of, well, yesterday was a lot for everybody. So as the night goes, everybody gets pretty good sleep considering, but there's a lot of thoughts going through people's heads. But once you finally fall asleep, it's a deep sleep. The exhaustion of the day has really got to you, but you wake up to the smell of breakfast. You realize that it's still raining. It was raining when you went to bed last night, and it's still raining now. And it's going to be another soggy day here in Baker's Gap. And you hear like a bell ringing, like a kind of like a wake up call. Seems like Miss Marcy does have some sense of urgency, or sense of urgency this morning. No, I want you to know that. Well, I'll let you guys take it from here. Any questions?
One of the things that I definitely wanted to do was that, and I know we had so much going on, Jamie. I was going to DM you about it, but stuff.
Well, we can
right?
always have flashbacks and retcons and.
Well, what she wanted to do this morning is she wanted to. Excuse me, gotta sneeze. Excuse me. What she wanted to do was get on the horn and call her order down in New Orleans, and kind of update them on the situation to see if there was anything that her Mother Superior, Sister Rita Lejeune, would know or not. And that's basically what Colette wanted to do in the morning. They are an hour ahead, so she wanted to. I think we should all still be in Central Time. I don't even think daylight savings happened yet, so it's fine.
Because you do some research and you call her up.
Mm-hmm.
Bring. They put you through.
Because it's like an
And
operator thing.
yeah,
So, yep.
yeah, they have to put you through. And when you know, the woman that picks up on the other end, she sounds old, but she's very wise. And you ask her about what in particular?
Sister, Mother Superior, Legionnaire. Hello, it's your favorite people, Sister.
Christ be with you.
Christ be with you, Novice Baptiste. I just wanted to give you a little update on things that were happening here. There are some water horses, and I give her like the whole lowdown, all the way up to Mother Goose, and the flood, and the city being underneath the lake and stuff like that. The town, and
Okay.
if I have to like make a roll for this, I think it would be a great idea to see if there's any sort of like information in the records of the order of something like this happening before that could help with figuring out the end.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be great. Do you have any training or anything in like lore or anything? You do have an asset here in Mother Superior.
Yeah.
So that'll make it a little bit easier, or it'll make it 2 steps easier in this case.
I don't have any training in any of that. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say it's going to be with 2 steps down, it'll be level 4. So you just need a 12.
A 12. All right, let's get a 20. Roll that shit. And I rolled a 13.
Nice.
Jeez.
I know. I've been using this dice the whole time, and it's been good to me.
Tells you that there was there are legends that go back a long ways, mostly in Europe, but there wasn't one incident in America that, let's see, was in Boston, but it was highly debated and covered up. And she says that, you know, the origin of this legend might even go back to like biblical Queen of Sheba.
Okay.
She tells you that this is like some old, very old, like dark stuff.
Queen of
And tells you that you know, a lot of the time these well, she tells you that you're on the right track, like trying to lay these spirits to rest, basically. She tells you that, you know, if you don't have access to their remains, then you could try, you know, a very specific ceremony, but you would need to be as close as possible proximity wise. She kind of gives you the details and, you know, tells you the ingredients to gather. You think maybe Marcy might be able to help you with that?
Yep. In fact, just hold up. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Marcy, come here. Oopsie. Come listen to this. I've got an old ways practicer with me, so she'll be able to assist with the magic, and so that she can hear like all of this as well, like on top of it.
Okay.
Maris, yeah. Well, Maris specifically, Maris. Yeah.
She says unorthodox, but
okay.
With...
We were literally founded by Marie Laveau. Okay, it's not that unorthodox.
you can tell she's just trying to like save face.
Mm-hmm.
But she she tells you these, like, some of these ingredients, and Marcy kind of makes a list. And when it's all said and done, you have most of the things you need here.
Mm-hmm.
But you just need to be basically on the shore of the lake
Mm-hmm.
to perform the ritual. And it could take, a while.
Yeah. Like
A few
when you
minutes,
say
maybe.
a few
Up
minutes.
to
I was
10
like
minutes,
under
maybe.
10 minutes.
10
Okay, when you
minutes.
say a while, did it mean like a couple of days, an hour?
No.
So
I mean, like,
approximately
yeah,
10
I
to
realize
yeah.
how vague that was.
Yeah.
So somewhere between, like 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what you
5
roll.
to 10 minute
Right.
ritual. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
like if you rolled a crit, like maybe you could,
Yeah. Gotcha.
get
Okay.
the time down significantly.
Okay. We got most of our ingredients on all. We can get these, I'm sure. And cool. So we have to do some miracles here.
Easy.
Yeah, miracles. It's fine. Listen, we've got literally like Jesus is my husband, and we have some women of the old ways, so we're good to go. Like we're fine, and then we have the rest of you that can
The rest of us.
yeah.
I like
Mm-hmm. Some really good trap setters, someone who can see the ghost, and
Someone to
and
keep
someone
them
to
busy.
punch, and someone to punch the ghost. Yeah.
Oh, I could do that.
You
Easy.
can.
You just tell me where I need to punch.
Yeah.
Listen, not everybody could be Buffy. Some of us have to be Xander.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know?
Well, may God be with you, Lady Superior Legionnaire. Thank you so much, and I will report back to you when we are done and what other findings I may have. And I tell her goodbye, and I leave her, and I hang up the phone because this shit's long distance, and I don't want to. I did call collect.
Who cost me $2 in long distance calls?
We got Vatican funding, but shit, bruh, you can only go so far.
But you made the call. It's going to this house.
Mm-hmm. And collect didn't exactly win yet. I'll just write her a check. It's fine.
So, she has this basket that she's gathered of these ingredients, these different herbs and jars full of various things, and some look, recognizable, some you've never seen before. And there's these kind of sweet, spicy smell coming from this basket that she covers up with a blanket to kind of protect from the rain. And she starts putting on her heavy coat and stuff. It's hard to tell. Other than the clock, you wouldn't know what time it is, because the outside it's just gray and dark. It's raining, and it's gonna be a really cold morning.
Could I with my training and foraging, could I try to figure out what ingredients she's used? Just for information's sake.
I mean, there's just different particular herbs like sage, and then ingredients that looks like maybe bones, different minerals, gems, some liquid in a jar that you're not sure what it is. Looks like piss.
It probably is, but it's probably like the piss of an angel or something. I don't know.
Or like the piss of like a fox under the full moon or some bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Piss of an Angel, Hinder's less known song.
Oh no.
Like that scene in Jurassic Park 3 when he's like, "You don't want to know how I got this."
More questions than answers. It's fine.
Nice.
Wyatt's just kind of like half there, half not. Just standing there, like drinking a little bit of a cup of coffee, watching the rain come down as everyone else is getting ready. Does it look like the same rain cloud that's been just hovering over this place for the last couple of years? Couple of days too.
I mean, as
Or
far
does
as
it
you
look
can
like it's
tell, I mean, you can't
accumulating?
really see too far out the window. It's coming down hard.
It's that bad? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
It's Wyatt's sitting there and he's thinking like, this one's gonna be hard to squirt out of. And then he's gonna go up to Miss Walker and Miss Walker, do you need any help with any of your stuff? Do you need a helping hand or anything like that?
There's no thank you, honey, but I appreciate it. Well, if you want to carry this to the car and load it up in the truck, you can. While I get
Pick it
something
up
ready
and
before we go. Is everybody finished breakfast? Because it's going to be a long day.
Make sure you eat all your proteins, please. It's going
I got a
and your
big can.
fibers.
I got a big canteen of coffee and some biscuits, but that only take us so far.
Yeah, sorry, the boudin's not good no more. Y'all can't have that.
It's done turned.
Yeah, it's like it's done turn. Like in the stuff inside is okay, but I don't know if y'all knew this, but you use pig intestines to wrap up boudin, and that's gone. But Blue can have it. It's all right.
Blue, just like face first in like the scraps bowl.
Mm-hmm.
A little spicy, so he's like,
I told you, I told you multiple times. You didn't listen. You just ate all of it, and look at you now. You're gonna be hurting tomorrow.
oh my gosh!
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out the other end, and you're not gonna know why it hurts so bad.
Part of the fun.
Why is my butthole
That's the best
spicy?
part. What are you talking about? That's the best part.
Poor Blue. Little does he realize he's the one who's got to clean it up, though. Blue will win in the end.
No, White is very aware of him. He's going to be the one that has to clean that up. As he's walking the box to the truck, is Miss Walker going with him as he's walking it?
No, she went to go grab something, but we can say she came out there with you if you want. Yeah.
Okay. As we're walking out there, I put the box in there, and as it's pouring down rain, I look at her and go, Miss Walker, I know this is going to be easy, but well, what do you think are shots of actually making out of this unscarred? If you had to put a guesstimate on it, do you think it's likely or unlikely?
Says, I reckon we got a fair shot. There's 6 of us and one of them and some haints. I don't know. Be all right. We've had worse in Baker's Gap, and we probably have worse after this. She puts her hand on your shoulder. You can tell she sounds a little unsure. But she's really trying to play it off like it's no big deal.
If you'd told me a couple days ago that I'd believe that hogwash, I'd have called you a damn fool. No offense, Miss Walker. But I reckon with this
I wouldn't expect any manners from you at this point.
Well, that's fair.
I'd be a fool too.
WOOOOO 20 months.
But something about this group just feels different. It feels like we have a shot. And I believe you when you say it, even if you don't necessarily believe yourself.
She says, well, follow me back inside, and I'm going to set us up with a ward, and maybe you'll help us along the way. And she goes inside, leads you to her pantry, and she takes a little like wishbone down from the pantry, and she says a little prayer, and she has everybody break off a little piece of that wishbone, put it in their pocket. The whole time she's muttering something, but she says, with any luck, it'll help us stay a little hidden from whatever it is we're hiding from until we want to be known.
Wyatt flips up his hat and puts like the little bone through his hat to kind of keep like that hillbilly look, if you know what I'm talking about, with like a possum bone and everything.
And if you get hungry, there's little marrow still in it.
Damn it, Willie.
Got a little snack right there for you.
Okay.
Hell, good day to die. And Wyatt gets up from the table, or leaves the room and starts getting ready for the travel ahead.
Well, are y'all going to try and take the what is it, a Cadillac? What is it? Is it a Cadillac?
I got my Ford, my Model T.
Okay. Yes, the Model T. I apologize.
Classic. Even like
I knew it was
even
something
now it's a classic.
fancy. Yeah. It's not super fancy, but
I mean it's the first one.
Top of the line.
Top of the line. Right out of Detroit.
So you see that it's gonna be hard to drive there in this car. You might have better luck all piling in the truck, but if you want to take both cars, or that's also an option.
I think if
you just have to make a couple checks to get through the rough parts of town.
I'll do it. I'll make the checks. I've got training in driving. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm really good at this. To be fair, if Colette sees that it's gonna be a real hard ringer to, you need that extra clutch power that comes with a pickup, she will instead just make sure that she gets a couple supplies out of her car. One being more explosives.
Yeah, I was about to say it's just a big crate that says TNT on the side of it. Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Danger
she's
explosive.
got a couple of like homemade explosives made with the combination of household materials, and
as long as they don't say Acme on them.
No, and a couple of normal sticks, dynamite as well. Sword and Key, thank you for the raid, friends.
Woo.
Should we tie this down? Nah, hell with it.
And of course, she's got the hoe. She's gonna put the hoe in there as well, and a couple rounds of her bullets.
Hi, hello.
So, we've got a train starting. It's just one of those days. Hop train. Hop train, 62% there. Okay, cool. She's just getting her supplies, mostly her explosives and her bullets, and her headlamp, of course, because
it can be a little nebulous in case you forget something now.
Yeah, we're gonna blaze in the dark this, okay?
That's my preferred method.
Listen, soon as John Harper wrote that in, I was just like, I'm putting this in literally every game now, because why not?
You prepare. Somebody has to ride in the back of the dynamite. So, actually, a couple people do, because you fit 3 people, maybe 4 people up front, and then Blue and 2 people in the back.
Well, I'm gonna sit with Blue.
I was gonna say, honestly, Jolene probably doesn't blink at this. Is like, oh, okay, in the back.
She brings down some old coats, so you have some extra layers and stuff, maybe some waterproof stuff. But it's a soggy ride into town. She has to kind of go around a few big puddles at a certain point. But unless you wanted to drive Colette.
I mean, if she'll let me, I'm down for it.
Yeah, she'll let you drive the car.
I will.
Yeah.
I will drive the truck because why the fuck not? I got I'm really good at it. Oh,
She's
my
like,
God.
my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. You go ahead.
Marlo, thank you. I'm gonna buy that computer desk this month. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all get on down into Baker's Gap proper. Go past, not that you'd know it from the blackness, inky blackness outside the windows, but you pass the outskirts of town, past where you saw the strange women gathered. And then
Is that still there, or
there,
is the water starting to like creep up in that little?
no, it's not quite that
Okay.
extreme yet, but as you get down into town, you can see that most people, are sleeping in. It's a good day for it since there's no work that can really get done. But you see a couple of the shops haven't opened yet, but they're starting to set up. They have their lights on inside. And where do y'all drive straight through town?
I don't think it's a good idea to stop.
Mm-mm.
So unless somebody
Okay.
wants to stop us, I'm gonna avoid stopping for any reason. We're geared up, so no reason to stop us. Again, unless some lights come on, then I put on my innocent nun look, and Willie puts on her show. So, which I don't know if it's her tits or not. I'm assuming they're not, but.
What?
Yeah.
It's just in case you get pulled over.
Oh yeah, one of these.
What seems to be the trouble, officer?
Yeah.
It's never worked for me, but cool.
It's worked for me.
Honestly, the
there you
thing
go.
that's worked for me one time, just sorry, tangent, is that one time I just dumped a whole water bottle in my lap, and I was just like, "I'm sorry, officer, I had to go," and he did let me go.
That's like 40 chess. Like,
Oh my God.
And that cop is watching now, and he.
Yeah, right.
It's all right. That cop down in bumfuck Louisiana, and I'm not. So we don't.
Come and get me.
Go ahead.
So,
Mm-hmm.
y'all drive down Gap Road into town, go over the railroad tracks, turn on to Varner Street, and as you're going through town towards the reservoir, you see that there's somebody who's out front of the schoolhouse, and she looks concerned, but you guys stop or keep driving past?
Does anybody
Drive over.
ask me to stop?
Is it somebody? Is it somebody we recognize?
Nope.
Is she just standing in the rain?
I say keep going.
Does she say have?
She's looking like she's crossing the road, moving towards the reservoir.
Oh, she's moving towards the reservoir.
Yeah.
Which is also where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'm gonna pull the truck up to kind of block her from crossing, and I'm just gonna roll my window down. No, ma'am. You don't want to go. You don't want to go that way. We're about to.
I think I saw my husband. I followed my husband we live down there. She points back down towards south in town. She's like, I think he went over. I saw him. Maybe he's in the graveyard. I'm not sure.
We'll check for you, ma'am. We're about to undergo an excavation with explosions, and we don't need you to be in that blast. Okay.
Explosions. Well, make sure my husband's not there before you blow him up.
What's your husband's name? What does he look like?
She tells you his name's Fred, and he's somewhere. He's somewhere between 5 and 5.5 feet tall. He's kind of a short king, and
Right.
We stand it. We
All
got
right.
it.
We'll tell Mr. Fred to come back towards you, okay? We'll make sure nobody's swimming in the lake. We just don't need you out there, all right?
Okay, well, if you got a lantern or something, you can shine it, and he's got a bald head you can shine it off of.
You know what? I got a headlamp, so that'll work just fine. You just go right back home and don't come outside for no reason, all right?
Okay.
All right. Good on you. And
scurries off. She's like this crazy nun with like a bunch of people piled into the truck. Like what? She's frightened. She looks around, runs back home.
Good. Just saved my
Um,
life right there. And y'all were telling me not to stay. If she wasn't going into the reservoir, I would have been like, yeah, whatever. But she's going. We're about to blow some shit up.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. We were gonna stop her if you hadn't. So
yeah, just a
Like,
more
gee,
permanent way.
you don't need to justify your actions to us.
Okay,
Fine.
okay. I understand. Thank you, dearie.
You did good.
All right.
Wyatt puts the gun down.
Right? It's like we were gonna help her too. Lower the gun.
Okay, so y'all just look out for a short king with a bald head named Fred, okay?
I hope
Alright.
Fred ain't dead.
I hope Fred's
Bald
not
head
dead
Fred.
either. But if he is, well,
We'll look for his
Well.
bald head.
yeah.
Bald head Fred. I like it.
All right.
Hope he
Colette,
ain't
so
dead.
where are you? How close you get? Where are you getting out?
I think, like, if the truck will let us, I think we should just take the truck all the way up to the bank that we were at last time, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to go through some tall grass and stuff, but you kind of slowly maneuver the truck, and there is kind of a trail there to follow. And y'all all pile out.
Yep.
You see this tree there, and it's still, although it's been cleaned of all these trinkets, these spells, it's still kind of this gnarled hunk of wood that just gives you the shivers when you stand too close.
Oh, man. All right. I guess
How has the well, I just does it feel like it's like Wyatt's hackles are like up because he feels like it's way too serene for what happened no more than like 12 hours ago. Like nothing's going on. There's not like just a bunch of like ghost kids running around. There's no like weird ducklings like feasting on the corpses of man.
The water line is way higher.
So the water's gotten higher.
Yeah, you notice the tree is almost at the water's edge now, when before it was like, a 4 or 5 feet away from the water's edge.
That feels like a potential issue coming up. I'm just, taking stuff off the truck and off the Model T.
Oh, we didn't bring the
I'm
Model
just-
T. We're just a truck.
Oh, right, true. Sorry.
Mhm.
So yeah, just taking stuff off of the truck and like Wyatt gets in that like paranoid mode where he's just kind of like scanning the horizon to see if anyone's like watching him or watching the group to see if
Excuse me.
anyone is there who ought not be there.
Like a
I
roll?
don't know. Yeah, what would you like me to roll for that?
I mean, do you have anything like sensing danger, or like are you trained in anything like that? And you're trained in
So-
like hunting.
Yeah, and I don't know if that would really help out here. I could just do a straight up like would it be intellect or
Yeah, we could say intellect. You
Okay.
can, if you're trying to spend effort on it.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll natural 20. I'm assuming this A-okay.
That's
Think you're doing
good.
good.
All
right?
right.
That'll do.
The hair kind of stands up on your neck, and you can't help but feel like something is watching you from the water's edge.
And like as we're like
You
getting
see,
ready,
you
I
see
tell the
ripples that aren't
rest.
from the rain. Sorry, I didn't want to get that.
No, you're good, you're good. So like kind of like if you ever been fishing, like kind of like a foot like a fish jump ripple.
Something kind of like that, yeah.
Um, as we're unloading everything, I tell the rest of the group, all right, make sure you don't get close to the water line. I think there's some very hungry things down there. And I'm going to pick up like a river stone and kind of just throw it as far as I can into the deepest part of the lake just to see what reaction will happen.
You see um where the stone kind of skips and doesn't go very far. You can't see very far either.
Right.
But you see that the water kind of churns and there's something you can't quite make out that's darker than the water. It's like shapes that disturb the surface.
Like shapes that just should not be like as far as like nature and stuff. And
I mean, it
like
looks like, could be, it's hard to say. I mean, they look like fins or maybe like eels or.
Mm. So the population has gotten bigger. Great.
Always good. Always good.
Yeah, no, it's terrible, Jolene.
It'll be fine. It'll be
I-
fine. It's not fine.
It's not fun at all, Jolene. This is we're definitely punching him over weight class in this one, but
Oh, shoot, ain't nothing.
to you maybe. I mean, hell, you could whip the shit out of anything.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, I learned an ancient technique from a wandering railroad worker, something called using their weight and leverage against them. You can throw a some bitch clear across a cornfield.
from a rail worker?
One of them from the east.
Oh, one of them. Oh, okay. I mean,
Quick pause. Rindis is not trying to say the appropriate words for that time period to get her
Yeah.
ass in trouble.
I mean, we can.
so
we can
is
just
John.
use the
John's like,
appropriate.
Yeah,
Words.
I'm trying not to be inappropriate so we don't get Val's channel canceled.
I'm an 18 plus channel. What?
no,
Nothing.
Worse than that.
We're talking about
Jo-
Eastern
Jolene-
railroad workers and trying not
Yeah.
to use the word that they would have used at the time.
The inappropriate word that would have been passed around for someone who would teach her some martial arts.
You mean the Chinese railroad worker? One of them
You
fellas?
had a Sifu.
Yeah, exactly. He taught me a couple things.
I heard seafood's pretty big in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, we eat shrimp.
Catch them seafoods all the
crawfish,
time.
And I go out to Hollow Beach all the time, and we get them blue crabs out there. That's something else. It's crab. It's none of that's in season right now. That's all like during Mother's Day and Easter.
Right. Don't get close to the water, Colette. And
I'm
like,
sorry. I just I'm a badass. I can swim. It's fine.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, Colette. I'm just trying to make sure.
I'm not going to listen to you.
Yes, that has been made abundantly clear after multiple interactions, and that's perfectly okay. I've come to terms with that. I'm not even mad about it.
I'm glad you've seen the truth, the light, and the way.
She woke up spicy today, didn't she?
Praise the Lord, I've been given the sight. and Wyatt starts like fake like spirit dancing on the riverbank.
Spicy like the Buddha. Go ahead. You were saying, sir. You were saying, Mr. Wyatt.
There's a lot more of them critters that we've been fighting that we've been having some difficulty with that are sitting in that water.
Oh, the water horses? Listen. I just like pull out my dual Colts from my thighs. I'm fine. Also, I brought my hoe, and I'm like,
Where?
Wait, actually, Jolene.
Jolene's
if you
just
could
sweating.
Jolene, if you could just move to the side as I pull the hoe from the back of the thing. I killed one with these already. So.
Marcy says, you know, they might be able to know that we're here, but they can't really perceive us unless we get close.
Right.
So she says, you know, just stay away from the water and y'all will be all right. And she starts handing a few things to you, Maris. It's like, I need your help with this. This is, you know.
Well,
Willie is sitting on the back of the truck, smoking a cigarette and kicking her legs like a little kid. She is not helping at all. She's sitting there.
I mean, I feel like Maris is the one that's like taking this the most serious at the moment. Like, she has like a little like satchel that she had put a bunch of herbs and different things into, and she's paying attention to everything that Marcy is saying as they're approaching here. Yeah. While there's a sort of squabble between Wyatt and Colette.
Yeah, and she's kind of just not even fazed by it. She's more focused on, you know, telling you this ritual, you know. It's basically prayer in Latin that she, you know, has you recite a few times until you have it memorized. And, you know, she tells you that this, you know, she creates a bundle of herbs for each of you and kind of like ties them with this rope. Tells, you know, she says it's going to be hard to burn this in the rain, but, you know, your gift will help you. Yeah. She tells you to try to, you know, stay calm and remember that this is almost like a funeral rite. So respect is important. She says, like, with this, you know, like side-eyeing the rest of the people, like,
just make the sign of the cross.
But
Wyatt's making like little like trip wires that'll set off like small, not destructive, but small, like little, you know, explosions just in case, like, you know, he did with the previous one.
She takes out a little bottle of rye whiskey and passes it around. Obviously she's not gonna make anybody drink that doesn't want to, but she's like,
right,
just in case. She takes a swig and then puts it back in her little breast pocket. It's like, all right. Oh yeah, she passes it around.
Turn it up, and if you've ever seen like if you ever seen Animal House, it's like full of John Belushi. Like, it's starting to like, yeah, it's bubbling, and then he, oh man, you can almost not taste the turpentine on that. I swear to God. And then I hand it to whoever wants it next.
Jolene will take a good swig and start limbering up.
By the time it gets back around, it is a small bottle, so it's probably empty.
Yep.
If everybody has a little swig, but
she should have told me I had that stuff that I bought from the speakeasy still in my car.
He's like, well, I do need y'all lucid. Mm-hmm. So
oh, well, you should have said that before you passed it around.
I could have said a blessing, and then, you know, it would have been Jesus' blood, and we would have been fine.
No, I shoot better when I'm drunk.
You think you shoot better when you're drunk?
Well,
I mean, has he missed yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm trying to help, but okay. I'll just shut up.
Notice he was sober when he missed. Like,
That was the problem.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Says, now whatever comes, will after we start, y'all gonna have to take care of. We're not gonna be able to stop.
Ugh.
We're full of eggs and cornbread, so let's go.
Yeah, we got this. We'll keep you safe.
Well, at least try to.
No, I'm gonna keep y'all safe, or die trying. That's a promise.
Please don't die.
I said die trying. I will keep you safe.
I'll keep
I
I
you
don't
safe.
intend to die. Don't worry. Ain't gonna be no crazy sacrifices, but they gonna have to get through me first.
Anybody got an extra gun or a knife?
I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't have no weapons. House.
Willie.
You mean a
Right?
stern
Come
talking
on.
to ain't gonna slow him down?
You're right.
I mean,
Get
I
some water.
yell real good. Sometimes I made
Why,
one
y'all,
time
for
I made
sure.
a man's ears bleed from yelling at him. That's
That's
not
true.
a
is
joke.
that your
Right.
husband?
No, no,
That's unfortunate.
no. Yeah, should have been. You got a gun or a knife I could borrow?
All right.
I'll clean it
pull,
before I
like,
return it.
I put a little pea shooter and a dagger out from my socks. Here.
Bless you, sister.
Bless you, child.
I kind of like look over after with Willie with the gun and the knife
And her
in her
cigarette
hand.
dangling out of her mouth with cigarette mom.
And I'm
I
like,
love it.
well, now you look like you're at home.
Hey, this is my favorite porch sitting position.
A little 9 mil and a machete.
All right.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Oh,
known as
man.
disciplinary tools.
You're only missing a rocking chair there, Miss Willie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't need tools. I don't need tools to discipline my kids. I fuss road dog.
What's
That
that?
fuss road dog.
What's that?
Get you
What's a
goddamn ass.
What's is that some sort of Appalachian slang that I'm not quite aware of? Because we don't have the fuss radas down in the Bahia. It's all the gras machus, freebie shans.
I don't know about it yet, but I hear your kids will love it.
She's got the voice. She's the Muad'Dib.
So, just little, because this is 1930. Technically, the children of these people would technically be baby boomers. So,
They could.
I'm making a
they could know.
reference.
They could know.
Doesn't have to be period accurate.
Well, 1930 is the year that my own grandmother was born. October 30th. October 30th, 1930 was when my grandmother was born. So.
But what if Skyrim Grandma is born and this reference will stick?
Oh, Skyrim.
Yeah.
Right.
Skyrim Grandma is real here. Like.
What if Frank Herbert gets the idea for Dune from Appalachian folk people?
Listen, like
you didn't know the Gamjabor was old hound?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Hobbit's already done published, so.
Actually, yeah, I think so.
I think it was,
the first edition of The Hobbit. So.
right.
Nope, 1937. We're still 7 years out.
Wow.
It's being written, but yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Have you prepared the ritual?
Do we need to roll anything to prepare this ritual?
To prepare.
Not to prepare, but to begin. Yes.
Okay. Well,
All right. So to begin, I'd like Maris to roll I suppose are you trained in? You're trained in some kind of magic, I suppose, right?
I am trained in.
See.
Oh no, I have an inability in crafting magic, but I'm trained in using magic.
Well, that's what we're doing. So.
Yeah, we
Okay.
crafted it already. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good.
So you're being instructed, so you don't have to craft it necessarily.
Okay.
But go ahead and roll to kind of begin channeling your gift into this and this bundle of ingredients you've been given.
Okay. All right. Oh, I
What?
don't know. That's an
Oh, no.
11.
You got rerolls.
I do. I do. I feel like I'm going to take a reroll for that. We got to
You
start
have
off
a
good.
singular reroll. Please use
One
it.
reroll.
But
I'm
you
going to
have
do that.
you have 4 player intrusions.
Intrusion. Yeah, like I haven't been using them.
No, you got Renus has 5.
I have so many.
Oh, that's better. 18.
Let's go.
And to focus your energy into this bundle of herbs and bones and what you think might be fox piss. Um, and it smolders in your hand and it has this like sickly sweet smell. And you sure begin to recite the prayer in Latin. You all can't see much as you're watching, but you can smell the herbs, and after a minute or two go by, you see that the surface of the lake begins to bubble in this like turmoil like you've seen before, and you hear this awful, awful shriek. The honk
The Hulk.
that haunts your nightmares.
Mother Goose.
Oh.
Mother Goose.
Oh no.
And you watch as something begins to come up out of the center of the lake, but it's not this haint. It's like a little tiny house with a wraparound porch. It's just kind of sitting on the surface of the water as water pours out of its windows and doors back into the lake where it came from. This dark water, as you could see,
It just rises out of the reservoir.
Yeah. About 40 yards out.
Like mid-air, or is it like on like a piece of land that's also moving up?
You can't see what it's resting on. Whatever its foundations are still under the water. It looks like it's just resting on top of the water.
Wyatt doesn't even think about it. He just like draws a bead on like the front door of that house, ready for whatever is going to come out.
40 yards out. About, does it look like it's walkable or swimmable from where we're at?
You watch as Marcy begins to walk towards the shore, and you see that the water kind of flattens out and stops bubbling, and it becomes shallow, and it looks like it's only like ankle deep where she's walking.
If that's the case, I'm gonna follow her.
Okay. She gestures towards you as well, Maris. And you guys see that this house, it's not too far. The door is closed, but it don't look like it has a lock on it. It's so old-fashioned. And there's like these rocking chairs on the porch. Everything is soaking wet.
Miss Walker, and I'm like still kind of just standing there. Miss Walker, where are you going, Miss Walker?
Yeah, does she seem okay? Like, because I'm following her.
She seems fine. She's just saying like these words and like kind of gesturing towards this thing, and she says, she kind of looks at you and is like, go ahead and everybody make defense roll, intellect.
With
Uh-oh.
intellect.
Oh no.
I'm trained in it.
Yeah, it'll be a little easier because of your little ward that she put on all of you.
Which one did you say?
It's intellect defense.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
If you're
trained
not
in it or
trained,
not.
so what is the?
Oh, I have an edge in that. What does that do?
An edge in intellect, that means that anytime you spend points from that pool, it costs one less.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, let's see. I need to check my notes. I believe you need an 18, but it'd be reduced by 1, so it'd be a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 10.
Nice.
18 for Wyatt.
Just made it. Good job.
Yep.
I
But you're trained in it too, aren't you?
That's why he just made it.
Just see real quick.
So who else didn't make it?
I didn't make it. I got an 11.
Oh.
I got a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm.
All right. Y'all feel this searing, burning sensation as these like smoldering handprints, size of children's hands, just like appear on your arms.
Oh hell no.
As it feels like something's trying to drag you back away from this house. And you take let's see what is the damage on this. Need to have my notes open. Sorry, I had to change what I had open, so I got to go back.
So like with my 18, do I just like see like everybody else like take these weird like?
So you just
weird,
take
Excuse me.
you just
Bless
take
you.
2 points of damage, but it's intellect damage. So if you have like armor or anything, it bypasses it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Okay.
you have like some kind of special reduction for intellect damage. So you take 2 points from that pool if you failed.
2 points from your intellect pool if you fail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ready?
So I
Well,
passed, right? With an 18. All right.
Yes. Yeah. And you guys
Good.
can hear like a piano coming from inside the house.
What's it playing?
As you continue forward, Marcy gets to the front of the house and steps onto the porch, and when she does, she stops her chanting. Takes like a big deep breath in and kind of like shudders a little bit as she takes her like our cat is playing with my headphones.
Show us the cat.
Takes yeah, this is the culprit.
Big orange cat energy right there.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, she takes her walking stick in hand and is just like kind of holds it out, pushes the door open. This looks like a little foyer, a couple pictures hanging on the wall, staircase, 2-story house. Looks like there's a bedroom upstairs.
John hates this, but Wyatt has no clue what's going on, so he's just at a distance as much as he can. Wyatt's just slowly following Miss Walker.
Despite having creepy children hands on me, I am I'm right there with Miss Walker. Just do you want me to go clear these rooms?
I think we better stick together.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but I could go
Yes.
with her if she's able to do something.
Let's let's just take a look inside. And as you go inside, you can see that it looks like you know, um, what you imagine a house would look like after a flood.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the pictures are kind of all crooked on the wall. If they're not knocked off altogether, and all the furniture's kind of knocked over and out of place, and everything's dripping wet. None of the lights, anything like that work. Obviously, I mean, where would the power come from? But
Uh, yeah,
magic.
Jamie, just check um you're muted on Google.
Oh,
Yep, I just noticed. Sorry about that, y'all.
whoa!
Uh,
Oops.
Wyatt is going to. I mean, I know Colette's got her headlamp, but Wyatt is also going to light his lantern and just kind of like his left hand, like keep it in front of him with his right hand with the still on the rifle. Just kind of um like gauging the damage and see if there's any like inclination of whose house this would have been, or if there's any like identifying markings. I guess is the way to put it.
So you look at the pictures on the wall and you see a family, and you recognize. You feel like you saw one of these kids, like the kid in the picture, like maybe it's one of these ghost kids you saw yesterday.
I'm gonna grab the picture and like pull it off the wall and just kind of like, hey, is this little feller look familiar to y'all? I kind of like show the group the picture.
I don't pay attention.
Is it that kid that we talked to?
It's yeah, it's one of the kids. It's either Cletus or Emmett. You're not sure.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it was. You believe it's Cletus, and this kid, he's like the people on either side of him, like you. Well, actually, whoever's looking, it was Wyatt. Make me a roll to
Okay.
see what you can deduce from this photograph. And the rest of you, as you're looking around, you don't hear any piano. Like you heard a few
Mm,
notes off in the distance as you're approaching, but there is a piano here,
okay.
and it's not turned over like the rest of the furniture. It's you got some sheet music laid out on it, like somebody might have even been playing it.
I rolled a 14 on the die for the like looking around the kid in the picture. Do I get anything with that 14?
Um, it seems like the clothing doesn't match. Like the clothing from the parents is like a different time period than the clothing from the kids.
About how
Like,
far off? I was
Like it
gonna
looks
say.
like modern, like what you would consider modern, what Wyatt would consider. What modern chic for Wyatt is, he's a
Not a potato.
fashionista.
Yeah, not a potato sack.
Yeah.
I show it to Marcy, and I'm like, "You recognize these folks?" Point them out.
She says, I think that them folks live in town. I think that girl came to me last year with gout.
And then I point to the kid. Is that her kid?
She looks at you like, do I really have to answer your dumb
I
question?
I know the answer to this question. I know.
Um, Go ahead.
I'm just like, they really were stealing parents for kids. Why? Is this the place where it started? Like, I don't understand this magic stuff. Maris, Colette, Miss Walker, help me out here. I don't know what's going on with
Well,
this.
Mother Superior did say it had something to do with Queen of Sheba.
The hell is a Queen Sheba?
She was like, she's kind of part of like Jewish and Ethiopian. She's like almost like a fertility figure. She's a shapeshifter. Kind of going through her brain. Like,
Are those things bad?
I mean, kind of depends. Like, depending on who you ask. Like, there's gonna be some more modern versions of religions that are gonna see them as bad, and then there's gonna be some other ones that are not. Is this the one? Oh my god, is this the one that ate men with her vagina? I'm not sure.
I'm
What?
sorry, she did what with her where? Like, I'm down to, have a good time too, but do what with where now?
Just there was this one. I don't think it was Sheba, but she would do stuff with men because that's all they're good for sometimes, and then she just slurped the whole man inside her, and then made babies. I think that might be the same person. I don't know. Do you know?
Don't sound
that-
like a fun night to me at all.
That sounds like a sideshow. We can make money off that.
Enjoy your vor content for the day, folks.
Oh no.
Hey, I gave that content warning at the beginning.
You sure did. I said it in chat though, but yeah, it's definitely her because you
Yeah.
get a good scene of that in the American Gods book too.
I recently read American Gods. I have complex feelings, and they're not good.
We've talked about this before, yeah, but
Yeah.
the TV show does a very graphic rendition of that
Yes.
scene.
Mhm.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty cool.
I ain't even into that, but I did enjoy the imagery of that scene because
Yeah.
it was how you would expect it to go.
Yeah.
The Jin one was better, but
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
that
like our tisms are like, let's go Lincoln. Nope.
yeah,
Tisms.
sorry.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
Are y'all all still in the foyer?
I think so. Yeah.
You can
Before-
see it's got this central hallway that's like the foyer / like run hallway that runs through the house. It's got a staircase that goes up. It's in the hallway, and then on either side there's what looks like a dining room / kitchen and what looks like maybe like an entertaining area. It has like a card table and like a radio, and that's about it. Some sitting furniture.
I'm gonna go. Look
Are
at
there
the...
any?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Are there any sounds other than like maybe the house? Like,
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's creaking and all over, but you don't hear any rustling or anybody walking around or nothing.
Okay.
But
You can see
where's
there's more rooms upstairs. The piano's in the sitting room to your right.
it's about to ask where that piano was.
Yeah, I was gonna go. See
I mean, Willie, do you see any paints? Or because I know you can see them.
Willie does the thing where she opens her eyes real wide. Like somehow she's gonna collect more light in this darkened house. She looks around. Does Willie see any haints? I don't.
Filled.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Have any seeing abilities, or you want to just roll for it?
So I mean, I have the spirits ability where I can call a spirit to me and make it answer a few questions, but that would I'm not looking to call one. I'm just looking to see one. So
Okay. Yeah.
I have sensing danger and understanding magic. Those are my
Right. Well, that'll help a lot.
Okay.
Those are two good ones.
Okay. You gonna roll for it?
Give it a roll.
Let's go. Roll them DC dices.
13.
You get like a weird feeling coming from upstairs, but you don't see nothing. You feel like maybe something's watching you, like the whole house is watching you.
Not seeing nothing, but this place don't feel good. It feels like you ever feel like when you walk past a dark room, something's looking at you? Kind of like that. Upstairs don't feel nice, neither.
Y'all head upstairs, or do you head
Something about this piano.
Okay, go to the piano.
I'm gonna like just tickle like 2 or 3 keys to sound if it's like water damaged or if it seems like it's
Blue
been...
barks. He's like, he don't like that shit. He's not about it. But yeah, it goes bong, bong. It's like out of tune. Sounds like shit.
Okay. All right. Then that just may be a fucked up piano. Maybe
But
upstairs
you
is where
see,
we
I
need
mean,
to
you
go.
see some sheet music open.
Can I make out what the music is? Like not like
Yeah.
musically, because I don't think Wyatt has that skill
Right.
set. But
It's a nursery rhyme. You recognize it, I think. Wyatt would recognize this one. It's "Hush, little baby, don't say a word."
hush, little baby, don't say a word.
And you can see that some of the words, not even the words, some of the letters are underlined. Or maybe the whole word. You're not sure what it is.
I look at the does each individual like with the underlying words, can I form like a sentence or some type of phrase with it?
You could try. So I'll
Okay.
tell you the words that are written down, and you can try your best.
All right.
All right. So the words that are underlined are bird under mockingbird,
Mm-hmm.
and then diamond under diamond ring,
Okay.
and then glass under looking glass, and then goat under Billy Goat. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Damn, we're getting the first 3 in this one. All right. Is there anything else or?
yeah, you turn the page. There's a B under bull that's underlined, cart and bull, and then there's a D under the dog in the next line, and a C for cart, and then another B under baby that's underlined in the last line.
Because I'm that type of player. I'm gonna grab the sheet music and just kind of like take it away from the piano and see if I can get like the rest. Yep. and see if the rest of the party can figure something out that I'm just not seeing. So there's this creepy music about a bird, and there's like it's Mockingbird. Y'all know that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's like weird like underlines, like almost like an emphasis on these words, like someone's trying to say something. I hand it to either. Thank you. Thank you. I hand it to the group and see if they can like figure it out. Bird, diamond, glass, goat, bull, dog, cart, baby.
Probably a good time for our break.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can think about it while everybody goes to the bathroom and such.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. great time for break. We're gonna take a 10 and 15-minute break, y'all, and then we're gonna come on back. All right? We'll figure this music puzzle out. All right, cool. See you soon.
Hello.
We're back.
Hi, everybody.
Back, everybody.
How's it going? I'm eating bread.
Bread.
I love bread. It's good for your brain. I don't know if y'all knew this, but like your brain uses like 95% of the sugar that you consume in a day. It needs like 300 something grams of fucking sugar to function. I'm not kidding you.
As someone who's trying to cut down on the amount of like sugary drinks, yep.
Your brain's the first one to notice. Yeah. You just gotta replace it with stuff that has fiber. Like instead of drinking sodas, just go and have like a big old fucking apple. That's how you do it. As a former paleo girly. Anyway, we're back. There's a piano. What's happening?
What? Wyatt starts playing
look
Welcome
down
to the
our way.
Black Parade. It's gonna be crazy good one of these
Actually,
episodes.
it's very close to the Black Parade because I went and go play those things. Just
It
as the
really
start.
is.
Yeah.
So I guess like in the like I guess like while we were looking at this, did we like kind of just all collectively agree these were music notes like as players,
I think they're
or at
notes.
least
I
like it's
think,
worth,
yeah.
at least it's an avenue to go down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Colette or really anybody, does anyone know how to play the piano?
I'm Catholic, of course I know how to play the piano.
Well, I didn't want to assume.
You have to know at least enough to be able to sing with it in the choir.
Right. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you're comfortable with it, you want to maybe see if playing these notes on the piano does something?
All right, let me see. Okay, let me see. So B, D, G, G, B, D, C, B. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's B, D, G, G, B, D,
See.
You put it in. The last note rings out throughout the house. It's a little bit off tune, but you hear this big. It's something like heavy hits the floor upstairs.
Oh shit.
Yep, this is officially a Resident Evil game.
Some Moonlight Sonata over here.
Yeah. Does like the dust and mold like just from the impact, or does it just sound like an impact?
It's actually just a bunch of water that was logged into the ceiling, just like drips down.
Oh shit, we're turning into this old house. Okay. Sorry, that's a demographic that nobody hears in. I apologize.
Time to go upstairs, y'all.
Yeah.
You
Marcy nods towards you.
you want me to go
Yep.
first?
I'll cover you.
I feel like Marcy should lead the way.
Yeah, but Jolie's
Sorry
ready to punch
for
you.
throwing the NPC to the wolves, but
Yeah, she's
I wouldn't or Jolene wouldn't do that though. She would be out in front, especially knowing that she's a specialist. It's like, no, she's got to be the one to handle this. You too. You guys are important.
I put my hand on Jolie's shoulder. You're important too.
Not what I meant, but thank you. You guys are the ones that are going to be able to set this right. If the two of them get hurt, then what are we going to be able to do to stop it?
Shoot
Does that
them
make more
haints.
sense?
We're gonna shoot some haints.
I
That's
mean,
all we
yeah,
got.
but I mean, actually,
She's still cigarette dangling. Elmo.
You go head first, and I got you covered. All right. It's like just literally just have like a pistol like on your shoulder, like, and then we can have our magic users in between us, and then the long rifle behind us, and then
Yep.
Willie's gonna cover the back. Because she's
like
got the
Wyatt's.
machete.
Okay.
She can just slash at anything that comes.
Sure.
And that pea shooter is not good for long distances. So
Wyatt's definitely like kind of like
Mhm.
over Willie and just be like, kind of like whispers, first sign of trouble. You don't think we're gonna make it out of here? Run.
I'm going down with this ship.
You guys begin to climb the creaky, soggy stairs. They creak underneath your feet, and you can smell the smell of mildew and like brine and rot kind of fills the air as you get to the top floor of the house. And see, there's a little hallway with 2 rooms on the left, no rooms on the right. The first door is open, and the second closed.
Thing following us up the stairs.
Hmm?
Is there anything like following us up the stairs?
No.
Okay.
You peer into that first room, you can see there's like a very simple bedroom with some with like a baseball glove, and it's like a little boy's bedroom. And then just proceed down the hall. You see that the door to the other bedroom is closed. Who's in the lead? Who's leading?
Jolene's in the lead.
Jolene, you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kick it open, and I'm gonna have it.
Kick it open, and you step in, and Colette's right behind you with her pistols drawn, and there's just a bedroom. But you see that the far end of the room, there's what looks like some kind of looks like the wall is kind of like open. Like there's the wall between the 2 bedrooms has like a crawl space between it. And as you look, you can see that there's like some kind of latch or some kind of picture or something that was holding this thing closed. Maybe like a photograph that had some kind of pin on it or something has fallen to the ground. And it's cracked, but not quite open. This door that looks just like another piece of the wall. A lot of this stuff was for booze running, and then before that, a lot of these places were like part of the Underground Railroad as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be any number of things. It could just be something left over from when they built the house and they had to install plumbing or something.
As we're bringing up the rear, I'm going to go into that first room that we passed, the one that was open, that's fully open. It's kids' room, I think, is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a little boy's room. Wyatt's going to walk in there, rifle ready, and just kind of like scan the room to see if there's anything or any other clues or something like that he could see. Or is it just look like an abandoned
you notice that like
room?
the room is like smaller than it should be. There's like extra space between the wall of the 2 bedrooms.
I'm gonna follow that wall and like, is that like, is the crawl space like that connects the rooms? Is it open on both sides? Like, can I look through that room and see everyone that's in the other?
No, it's only it's not open on either side. It's cracked.
Oh, it's not open. Okay,
It's cracked on the parents' bedroom.
And the crawl space is between the 2 rooms, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some kind of like hidden room.
I wonder if we can open it from both sides and have a
Some
gun
Resident
on it?
Evil shit or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say, like, I feel a light puzzle coming on soon. Like,
Have
Well,
your
Uh,
fucking herbs
like
ready,
Narnia.
bro.
uh, I'll just be like, never mind. Anyway, it's a tangent. The game. I'm gonna like knock on the wall, and I'm assuming it's gonna sound hollow, but I want to see if anything knocks back.
Oh,
Hear a low growl. Sounds like gravel being raked over glass. Just like sounds like the house is objecting.
assume we all hear that. Oh, I hate
Think-
this.
You don't think it's mad, do you? Doesn't seem to like us here.
It's definitely protesting.
I have no clue, Jolie. This is way beyond what I know. You need to be asking Maris and Colette and maybe Miss Walker.
I'm just
'cause
saying,
right
just
now,
don't go by any vaginas, okay?
Well, I mean, never crossed my mind at all. Why would you even think that, sister? Is it hot in here suddenly? I don't do that. That's weird. Who does that? I'm gonna keep walking now.
Not Mr. Wyatt.
well, it's like, okay.
He's like, you're right. I don't. Straight faced. The straightest face he could have ever.
Exactly.
We got jokes tonight. Sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, it's spooky, so we have to have the levity, like,
Mm-hmm.
just to get us through this. Okay. Why don't we
Wyatt's-
see if we can't kick it open from both sides, and then me and Mr. Wyatt got guns on it on both ends.
So there's only a door in one bedroom.
Gotcha.
So the space itself like looks like it goes in between the two bedrooms, but there's only access from the one side.
From the adult room.
Correct.
Okay. I think we have to go in.
Why'd you have to say that, Maris?
Look, it is what it is. We went all in on this, right? So we can't stop now just because we come upon a spooky, creepy crawl space that almost certainly has ghosts that want to stop us.
I hate when you make sense.
Mr. Wyatt, come here for a second.
I walk over to Colette.
I pull out a little jar from one of my pantaloons, and I just like do it on him. I go, there you go, holy water. You good? Like, if it's not burning, you go to the Lord. Let's go.
Thank you, Colette.
You're welcome. See, you're lucky I didn't do the oil.
It's all right.
Who's-
I got snake handling family members. I've had oil before.
Jillian, you doing the honors?
Yeah, I've still got the lead.
All right. As y'all pry open this door, this hidden door, behind it is just this inky blackness. And from out of this blackness, you can kind of hear a footstep, see a face, pale face, vaguely resembling that of an old woman, sagged as though its porcelain flesh couldn't bother to stay attached to the bone. From its droopy bulldog jowls sagged its tongue, a spiked lump of flesh that writhed and dipped with gray ichor. It smelled of mildew and briny rot, and from its maw a long honk spews like a dying foghorn, shaking the very foundations of the house as its massive avian body hulks from the inky blackness. Each movement, though, this world is somehow rejecting. It's graceful and disturbing to watch. Yeah, you guys roll initiative, and we'll...
Sure will.
Okay.
Shit.
Is being trained in speed defense help with that?
No, but if it tries to kill you, it will help a lot.
I am, however, trained in initiative, so that will.
I got a
Alright.
12.
6
I got
for
a-
Wyatt.
I got a 15 and I'm trained.
I got a 9.
19 and I'm trained.
I'll throw your numbers in Zoom for me, and that'll make it easier for
Yep.
You got it.
you.
Did I say I just closed it? Did I say a 12 or 13? It was something
You
I think you said
lowish.
12.
I think I said 12.
It's back in the go away bag.
Hey. Need to look at the notes for Marcy real quick.
What's Jasper doing?
Did they stat Marcy Walker or did you stat her? Because I feel like if you stat Marcy Walker, you're just asking for trouble.
I didn't do. I didn't.
Okay.
They're there. The tools are there for me to use.
It's like,
But like, I think they want you to use it. That's if it's there, they want you to use it, right?
right.
Right.
Yeah, totally. No, it's just old grognard me of being like, oh yeah, if you stat this thing,
How
the players will
dare
try to
you.
kill it.
No, yeah, I agree. But to be fair, like we're like, if anything, like we're not canon, but like we can be your head. We can be head canon. We can be like our own. Like there's only one source of lore for this show, so I mean,
It's true.
We're
You know what I mean?
we're in a multiverse, and very specifically it says, and this is just a little education for all of y'all in the chat. It says in the book itself, it's like, don't let the canon constrain you. Make this your own kind of thing, because the multiverse always exists and fanfic always exists, and basically that's what we're doing. We're making fanfic. So, I mean, listen, if John Fairview can do it with The Mandalorian, we can do it with...
How dare you be so right?
I've done. I feel like with the research I've done too. Like I've added to some of the wiki and stuff. So like I feel like I've helped the community with some of it.
Yeah.
No. And not making stuff up. Like I've added stuff that's like actually canon to the wiki.
Nice. Let's go. Okay.
All right.
Shit, I'm first in this.
Pat myself on the back some more real quick. And
no, continue. We like it.
So
everyone, Jam is really good. I don't know if y'all knew this.
Colette,
I'm first.
you are up first with your lightning flash reflexes. As you see this thing, like it's somehow like it's too big to fit inside this space, but somehow it's like it's manipulating, like it's like the edges of the darkness wrap around it. And
I feel like in that moment, like I grab, like seeing this come in and being fast, like I immediately just, because I don't want to bust her eardrum out, like grab onto Jolene's shoulder and like pull her back and like whip around and shoot this fucker in the face. Like,
I would totally read this comic.
So, and I am, this is with my Colt, and I'm trained in that, so let's go. Bam. An 18.
That definitely hits.
It does 5
and it
damage.
does extra damage, right?
Yep, 5 damage altogether.
5 damage total. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you shoot this thing, and it's like you can see the bone exposed on its like cheek as it's like you blow part of this sagging flesh off its face. It's super hurt from the day before, and it's still like recovering. You can tell.
I scream for everyone to back up. We need the space. As I kind of pull back with my girl here. If she lets
Willie, what do you do?
So Willie was at the back of the line.
Yeah.
Like, so this is crowding around a door. We got Jolene, who's massive. We got everybody else kind of crowded. I kind of imagine Willie like leaning around somebody, maybe around Maris, maybe around Marcy, leaning around them, holding the gun, still cigarette dangling out of the corner of her mouth, and go, plink. Just like almost like when someone like leans out from behind a tree.
At least half this cigarette is now just Ash, just holding on for dear
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Yeah, as she shoots, that end just falls off.
What? So somebody gave you a gun earlier?
I gave her a pea shooter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was in my sock. Along with a machete. I just like, here. from my supplies.
I'm not trained in any of this. I got a 14.
All right. So this, you're not sure whether or not this connects, because as your like gun goes off, this thing's like long lurching neck like turns to face you, and all you can do is like, slink back behind your friends as this like spiked tongue comes like lashing around the corner.
Is it
You didn't hit it.
like forked or like spiked?
It's like a club made of flesh. It's like a spiked club made of flesh.
I love it. Okay.
I have to catch my breath here for a minute. Hold on one second.
Yeah. The horror fans are just like, let's go. Let's do this. I love monsters. So in more ways than one. Alright. Oh my god.
Marcy is going.
Marcy's gonna banish this, and we're all gonna go home, right?
No, but she is going to hold out her like staff, and like she taps you on the back, Jolene, and your hands feel like they're on fire. So she's gonna do that, and that is gonna help you on your next turn. And you're gonna go after our goose. So this thing, it sees the two of you in the front, Colette, Jolene, and it whips around with its tongue, and it's like a ball and chain. It's like flying through the air. And you need both y'all to try and get out of the way.
Speed defense works on this.
Yep, you could use speed, or I'll let you use might if you want.
I got speed defense.
If somebody's trained, if you're trained in that, Jillian.
I rolled a 2, so I'm gonna spend a reroll.
Okay.
Since it's the end of the season, I might as well burn them.
You might as well.
Might as well. So I can use my strength defense, which would be actually my speed is better by 2 points. So I rolled a 12, and my speed defense is 16.
I rolled a 15, and I'm trained in speed defense.
You rolled a 15 and you're trained?
Yeah.
Are you trained, Jillian?
I am not.
And you got a 16?
I got a 12.
12, okay. So you get hit by this thing, and it hurts real bad.
It hurts real bad.
Does 6 points of damage to your might pool.
6 points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this thing like it actually smashes through the wall with its like entire head and like breaks down the wall, or like at least leaves a big hole in it where like next to where the door frame is. It's like expanding the doorway into the hallway.
In regards to that, I have flesh of stone, which is a +1 to armor.
Okay. So yeah,
is that reducing something in this case?
that reduces all like physical damage you would take, basically.
Okay, by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it a 1-for-1 or is it just a 1 total?
If it's armor, if it's 1 armor, then it reduces all like instances of physical damage by 1.
Okay. And then if it's edge, is it 1-for-1 or is it just 1 total?
It's 1 to 1.
1 to 1. So it's basically you're taking half when you have an edge in it.
What do you mean?
So like, okay, so sorry, because like let's say I took damage in this, and I have, you were saying edge.
Edge does not reduce damage at all.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Edge reduces it when you spend points to like use a skill or expend an effort.
Gotcha. My brain.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. Because we're in combat.
No, it's easy to get mixed up because those. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it would be universal, but there are exceptions for the rule.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Kind of feels like willpower if you played World of Darkness games.
Gotcha.
Like where you can use it to.
I have. I really like some of those games mechanics. The mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, my favorite is Hunter. It's like the least problematic.
Good. So that is Goose. Goose turns and it begins to like jump, and it crashes through the wall where the window out of the main bedroom is, and like begins to fly out into the night. But you guys can still see it plain as day, like it is still flying away. And Jolene, you have these burning fists. You've ridden this thing before. What do you get? What do you do?
Do it, Mama. Get it.
Try to grab it and yank it back in through the wall, the hole in the wall.
Yeah, I think that's actually probably the best thing I could do. I'm gonna grab this sucker. Ride the goose, ride the honk.
Put her in a chokehold.
Are you trained in grappling or anything like that? Wrestling. Trained in wrestling.
I'm not trained in wrestling. No.
Well,
what are you trained in?
You need a 15.
My dice have been so good tonight. I'm sure I can get it.
These Fists of Fury will give you an additional asset, so you only need a 12.
And Randus, just to let you know, you are out of rerolls, but I have 3 in case you want to borrow some of mine. But you have 4 player intrusions.
Yeah, let's see about your player intrusions.
It doesn't want me to succeed tonight. I have a 6.
Oh no!
Take one of my rerolls. Take it. Take my reroll.
Okay.
You can
okay.
One. Go ahead,
Reroll. Reroll for a 16.
There you
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
So you can use player intrusion to make all of their rolls against you, including defense, hindered for 2 rounds. If you
I want to do that.
Player intrusions.
That's
called an induce fear.
Do it.
I'm gonna induce fear on it for sure.
Like, who is this lady that's just punching me in the face? What is
Why is she still hitting me?
I thought I drowned her. Oh my god.
So with Val's gifted reroll, what'd you land on?
I rolled a 16.
A 16. Okay, that's more than enough. You grab this thing and pull it, keeping it from moving. Like you're not gonna be able to do damage with this attack if you're gonna like hold on to it.
I just need to hold it.
The next turn you can use your
Start punching.
action to like slam it to the ground or punch it or however you want to do it. Yeah, you've got a hold of this massive thing, and it's like it feels somehow like shark skin, but like slimy and slippery at the same time, like it cuts into your fingers. But you can feel that like it's almost like peroxide on a cut. It's like this spell that Marcy's cast on your hands is like sizzling away this Haint's skin, and we'll do like 1 point of damage because you have this spell on you, just for good measure. Because fuck this thing, right? All
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
guys.
Sheba Goose.
Maris,
I keep
You're-
forgetting that part.
in the hallway watching all this go down.
Maris. This is Maris's turn.
Yeah. So I think Maris like looks over at Wyatt and is like, you're gonna try and take it. And she's not going to attack this turn. She's gonna do that create deadly poison thing that she did last time.
Okay.
I want to try and create a level 2 herbal poison that can inflict 5 points of damage, and then and actually apply it to her throwing knives.
That's great. I love that.
So let's see if it works.
Okay, so you
So
get
do
that.
I have to roll for this, or does it just happen?
I think, does it cost what does it say?
So
Enabler?
So I can use effort. I think it just says I use effort. In addition to the normal options for using effort, you can choose to use effort to increase the level of the poison. Each level of effort used increases the poison level by 1.
Okay, what level does it start at?
At 2. It starts at level 2. Yeah, I'm gonna use, I have one effort, so I will use that to increase it to level 3. And I'm going to reduce my intellect points for that. So it's taking quite a hit. Let's hope that nothing comes up that she needs a bunch of intellect for.
What page is that on? Do you know? So I want to make sure you get the full value of it.
Okay, I do not know what page it's on, but I think
that's
it's
okay. What's it called?
It's called Create Deadly Poison. It's one of the special abilities for the healer, I believe.
I'm looking at this book
Searching
as if
for
I
it
can
real
see
quick.
right now. I can't. So, sorry. Can't find my PDFs.
It is on
I want to see how it
page
interacts.
35.
35?
Yep.
It's not very far.
Thank you, John.
Quick.
Probably got that PDF up. Control F.
Yep. Yep.
Because you can't get when you just have like a book.
I know. Sometime technology good. Sometime.
In this case, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. So if you spend the effort, it would be a total of, you have an edge in intellect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a total of 5 points.
Okay. I will do that.
And that will make it level 3 and 5 points damage. Okay. And you're ready with that. Moving to Wyatt and
Yep.
possibly Blue. You want to get him involved.
Oh yeah, Blue's gonna get himself involved at the very least. So we'll do Blue first. Blue's gonna fucking dart through people's legs to get to this goose if he can.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna does this goose creature have like tail feathers perchance?
Probably, yeah. They're like
All right.
slimy and gross, but yeah.
Then Blue is just gonna latch on to the tail feathers and start like trying to like either distract it or try to bring it down a little bit. Blue
Okay.
ain't scared of nothing. So
Let's say that'll help you on your attack if you choose to attack.
which I
Or-
am. I'm
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say Wyatt sees this and then pulls out his old Lee Enfield, loads up a shot, and he's gonna try to hit like one of the wings to make sure like it can't lift off if he can. But we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Do I have any rerolls left?
You were just gifted. You have 3 total rerolls, my dude.
All right, I'm gonna use one because that was a 3.
Gotcha.
That's way better. Natural 20.
Second one
Hey.
of the night,
Hey.
buddy.
Very nice.
Nice. Very
Thank you,
nice.
viewers, for giving me rerolls. So yeah, I'm gonna like pull up the rifle and then just try to clip it, like kind of close to the shoulder. That way, it can't. Hopefully, can't fly out of this thing. That's the point.
Okay.
Normal damage is 4. Does that double, or do I add anything to it for it being a natural 20?
So for natural 20, you get 4 extra damage, I think.
All right, so that'll be
Amazing.
8 damage with one crack of the rifle.
Yeah, this thing is fucked up. You so you can do the extra damage or you can pin it with it like
I would
shift
pin it.
wing.
I would pin it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do the extra damage. I want to make sure it's here.
So it's grounded. It can't take off now.
Fuck yeah. Whoop its ass, Jolene.
Got this.
Colette. We're back to you.
Colette does 2 things really well. She can drive a car, and she can shoot things. And there's no car here, so she gonna shoot things. So yeah, let's go with her Samuel Colt here. Bam! That is a 16.
You land a shot on this thing, and it kind of reels and like bucks as it's trying to get out of, as it's like, it's pinned basically by this dog and Jolene, and yeah, you
Yep,
see it's like feathers and black blood fly into the air. It is looking like it's close to being sent back to hell.
wherever it done came from, no ma'am, you gone.
Willie.
Like some holy oil on those bullets. Let's go.
So it's looking rough, right?
Yes, yeah, it is.
She like looks like again peers around the tree a person like you'd see in an old cartoon, like peering in a tree, and she grins really big, and that cigarette still kind of does this thing where it was down, now it's going like this, and she's like she's gonna use her ability Shake the Bones. It costs 1 intellect point, and it says your words are so powerful they cause the bones of a creature to shudder and shake. inflicting 2 points of might damage and 2 points of intellect damage. So she looks and she does this grin, and she's like, it's almost like a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas look, like on her face, and she's like, where you think you're going, Goosey Gander? We're gonna roast you up and eat you alive, just like a old grim fairy tale up in here. Forget Mother Goose. We's grim fairy tales up in here. And she's like, it's like twitching, and she's got this like look on her face, and she's not speaking loud, but she's got that sort of power behind her voice. You know how like you can project, but she's like she's projecting, but it's like sharp projection.
Almost like throwing your voice or something.
Yeah, it's like it's like the difference between, like, you know, people yell, that's loud. It's not yelling, it's like throwing it.
We've all been on the theater stage. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Make a roll to see if it shakes its bones, just because you know, if it's something it doesn't like, you have to treat it as an
20.
attack.
Let's go!
Nice.
Oh, look at that! Look at
Okay.
that! Go.
Fuck this goose.
Fuck this goose.
I'm your mama now.
It seems like this thing's kind of like lashing and writhing, almost like a beached fish or something, you know. And it seems like almost like it gets smaller before your very eyes, until, Jolene, you're holding nothing but a dead goose in your hand. Looks like this bloody, foul, feathered wad. No bigger than a normal goose. Still pretty big for a bird.
Still looks mean as sin.
Still got
You
teeth.
hear the house creak and groan. Maris, you're standing there with your knife ready, and you can feel something tells you to run. And all y'all make a check to see how fast you can run the fuck out of this house as it begins to creak and collapse.
Does speed defense training count as part of this?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, good. I'm glad I have it.
Same. 15.
I rolled a 6.
You just gotta give this some rerolls, Mama, please.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use a reroll.
Yeah, thank goodness, because I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh, no.
19. Okay.
19. Rendis is using 1. Marlo's using 1.
I got a
would also-
15 and
Is-
I'm trained.
Yep.
As you turn and begin to head out, Marcy Walker, she walks over to this room between the rooms, and she peers inside. She kind of shakes her head, mutters a few words, and then turns and joins you back. And what did you guys roll?
I got a 15.
15? Okay.
Me too.
And I think both of us are trained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rolled a 3.
You have rerolls.
Okay.
You were gifted
Do a
rerolls.
reroll,
Or do
please.
you want to
All
die?
right.
It's fine.
We're not leaving anybody behind.
Not for this, no. It needs, if it's a good death, that's fine. I'm not gonna die a
So what's
bad roll.
Willie, what'd you
What's-
get?
19.
Oh, okay.
How many do we have left?
How many rerolls do y'all have
Mhm.
left? I have no idea.
John has 2. Rendis, you have 1.
Okay, I'm gonna burn my last one.
Okay.
Okay, so we can like use as many as we want.
13.
I mean, now's the time.
All right,
That's tough.
because I rolled a 2 on that one.
You got 13.
Holy
Rendis.
I got
fucking
13.
shit!
13. Okay.
Hmm.
A 4?
You got one more if you need it,
Oh
buddy.
my
You got one
God.
more.
You got one more.
And I got 2.
Yes.
I'm willing to donate if y'all really need it.
Well, save. Oh, never mind. You go ahead.
14.
Hey, I got a 14 as well.
So
Y'all out. But
all of y'all run out of the house, and as you step off the front porch, you expect to fall into the water, but the water kind of sustains you, and you can feel it's not quite as shallow anymore. It's not ankle deep, it's knee deep now. You have to trudge to get back to the shore, and you can hear as this house just wails. You can almost hear sounds like it's crying out, and sounds like a not quite as loud as the dynamite explosion, but a little more alive, a little more organic somehow, as it falls back into the lake. And you hardly had time to notice, but now that you're back outside, it's not raining anymore, and you see that there's a lot of people gathered at the other side of the lake near town.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
It's a posse.
Would you say a mob of people?
Not
Is it
really. It's not
not
like
a-
the whole town. It seems like
Yeah.
you're having a hard time making it out. They are not. It doesn't seem like they've noticed y'all. They definitely noticed the house, but they're still in the water. They're like in the water, in the shallow water. And y'all come on out, and it's still overcast, but there's no rain, and you can kind of see further than 20 feet for the first time in all day, and kind of wipe yourselves off, brush yourselves off.
Not
You're
Wyatt.
soggy
He doesn't
from
care.
Yeah, everybody's real soggy, and Blue had to swim, but everybody's made it back to dry land somehow. And there's a
Do I recognize
somberness about everybody
Oh,
as y'all look each other up and down. Go ahead. What?
I was gonna say, does this look like? I'm assuming these are the townspeople. Does it look like? Is there a way to check vibes? Like you said, somber.
Roll for vibe
But-
check.
Yeah, roll for vibe.
Well, I was
check.
talking about y'all, but
Oh,
In general, kind of like after that moment of like somberness and like with the rain stopping and like the clouds kind of coming up, like there's like this pause, but then Colette just kind of she just starts to laugh, like, and like, and does like this, like, has like her arms out wide and just like does like this little twirl because as far as she's concerned, she just successfully hunted her first monster. Like there's just like this nervous, like giddy energy that's like oozing from her that is completely different from this somberness. But she's just like, we did this. I did this. Like, oh God. She's high. She's high on the adrenaline. She's high. Yeah.
I want to like check my person and try to find a pack of cigarettes. Find them, they are waterlogged, so I just toss that over my shoulder. And I look at Willie and I'm like, "You got one for me, or?"
Yeah. She reaches in her like breast pocket and pulls them out.
Does Jolene
Not
still
wet.
have the goose?
I would have. Jolene probably would have done just the little quick snap to make sure it doesn't come back, and there wasn't really a chance to let it go. So yeah, it's still there.
yeah, you have this thing, and it's like it looks like somebody, looks like something chewed up a goose and spat it back out.
Good.
And you have, Marcy says, have a feeling it's not the only one of its kind, but at least this one's done.
Well, before there was light, there was darkness, and it just controlled everything. I don't know if you looked at the Starry Night recently, but I think light's winning. We just gotta keep struggling.
Yeah, it's good to see the rain stop.
Looking over at the crowd of people, are they coming closer, or are they keeping their distance?
They're like shouting and carrying on and hugging and stuff. As far as you can tell, it looks like
They seem happy that they're out of something.
Seems like it. Yeah, that's probably right. You see, as
Probably...
they start to head back into town after a few minutes, unless you want me to like try to catch up to them.
Do we want to go make sure everyone there's okay, or we just gonna kind of drift into the background and not draw too much attention?
We should definitely check on that lady that's living at Miss Marcy's house with the snake with the water babies inside of her.
I'm sure Ned was in there too, right? We don't need to go check on him. We just
Marcy, she helped that girl.
Okay.
That girl's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Otherwise,
that
she would.
Is the tree still there that had like all the charms and the weird feeling about it?
It is. It is still
It
there.
is.
Yeah.
And is Maris getting any vibes off of the tree?
No, but before it felt kind of dead around it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like there's like a little bit of life starting to kind of creep back into it.
Right.
And a good like a green.
In a good way. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, oh, wait a minute.
It's radiating energy.
A malice, a deep evil kind of laugh of undeath.
Okay.
No, not that. It's
18 for season 2.
But
yeah, okay.
You can't help but feel like, these poor kids, they're still have these restless spirits, but at least they're not going to be misled and tormented and drugged back to the surface of this world by this thing anymore. And can't help but wonder, though, it's most geese come in a flock or a gander. There might be
right.
There might be more of these things out there.
Of course.
Very least we'll eat good tonight.
Oh, gross. Just the thing I'm imagining, like you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you would.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Nobody.
Eat it and get its powers.
No thanks. No, thank you.
Gain its energy.
Become the honk.
It tastes just like motor oil. It's so tasty.
You look at Marcy Wyatt, and she looks tired. She looks like she looks older almost, like
she's aged.
Like maybe she's got a couple of extra wrinkles around her eyes that she didn't have before.
I walk up to her and, well, Miss Walker, think we did good here today.
Well, I like to think so. It's got to be. I hope it's good enough at least, because it's about all I can do. Oh, she like sits back on the grass and it's just like, you can tell she's like
exhausted.
Yeah.
And I just I reach into my pack and I pull out that magical black mirror. And I kind of look at it. Here. And I hand it to her.
You sure, honey? You know,
To be honest with you, Miss Walker, I ain't real good with the whole magic thing, but I just feel like I feel like I've been a ghost myself. I've been stuck in the past trying to live a life that ain't there anymore with people that are long gone and don't know who I am, or worse, I can't get in touch with. And person ain't meant to live that miserable for that long. And maybe I found something with this group of people, a purpose, a drive, a goal, or something to make me more driven, I guess. I know Wyndham I ain't never gonna get Wyndham back, at least not on this world, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's time for me to move on and let go. Because holding on to not doing enough for me. So I think you should take us back, and maybe it'll help the next person that you meet that needs it.
well, that's really good to hear, Wyatt. I think that's gonna be good for you, and this is a new chapter, and you get to write what's in it.
Yeah, well, looks over at the giant terror goose. It's like, yeah, well, my life just got immensely more complicated, so
Well,
I think it's
we all learned a valuable lesson. You don't have to use dynamite to solve all your problems. And she's like
Okay, but
gestures towards
dynamite helps.
the box of dynamite that we.
It was there just in case. Which
She
is
laughs.
always. By the way, if y'all don't mind, I would like to wrap up this goose. Go to the United States Postal Service, which delivers in rain, sleet, snow, or shine, and send the specimen back to my order so that they can study it and find out its secrets.
All right. Well, let me at least wrap it up for you so that it don't leak, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll be there. Like, if you don't trust the United States Postal Service, we're just like a day's ride away from it. She'll be all right. Mm-hmm.
We got a post office in town. You just.
Of course, I know.
and they
You better.
and they've got the train that goes through here, so I reckon that could take something about this size relatively easily.
Man,
So
let's
I'm
go
gonna
through.
I'm gonna help Marcy / Colette / all of us together to wrap this thing up to make sure it doesn't leak or anything like that. I mean, we're not trying to lengthen how long it can keep, but
Yeah.
definitely
The best-
She
the
well,
best
she meant
part-
more like she's
yeah.
gonna like put a protection on it so it don't like
Oh.
Wyatt
do
has no
something.
clue what the fuck
do
that is.
something.
I mean,
assume it was
that's
gonna
what
be
Maris
like a
was thinking,
pinhole.
like some kind of preservation something spell or something.
I would
on it,
actually, if that's the case, Colette would actually rather a lack of magical interference, because it is cold enough that it could be on a truck in a box, as long as you wrap it in some cheesecloths to absorb it. A little bit of packing.
She says, as long as you're getting it out of Baker's Gap, you take care. You do whatever you want with it.
She's going all the way down to the swamp. Don't you worry.
Okay. Well, when y'all get down to the swamp, you could figure out where this thing
I'm
came
not
from.
going.
Maybe.
I'm waiting for my assignment.
I
I'm
see.
instructed to stay put until my next assignment. But I'm gonna mail it because the post office again is.
You're not gonna hand deliver it.
Oh man.
I'm just joking.
No. First of all, do you not trust the United States Postal Service to handle this kind of mission? Because I don't know their motto, ma'am.
Your faith in institutions is astounding.
That is such
I
a
was-
Marcy thing to fucking say.
I was gonna suggest Western
love it.
Union personally, but
No. Don't listen. As a the whole reason this is a true story. This is a real true story. I am alive because of the United States Postal Service. So I would like so.
Oh no, yeah, I'm just being sassy.
If you're gonna trust any institution in the United States of America, any institution, it's the United States Postal Service.
She can't even finish it with a straight face.
But I'm not even lying. If you can. First of all, they're 100% self-funded. Your tax dollars do not go to that institution. When the government shuts down, the United States Postal Service does not.
It's like Waffle House.
Fuck Ronald Reagan for trying to privatize it because we were like, no. But fuck Ronald Reagan in general. Like,
I was about to say,
that's not the only reason.
There's special place in hell for that man. It's fine.
I may or may not have lost like 4 packages recently because I happen to be very close to the post office. It's been on national news for them needing to step in due to mismanagement.
oh god.
Yeah, I know a
Talk to
postal
that,
worker
yeah.
who talks about their one being very corrupt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta talk to that. Postmaster there. They also
Yeah.
have their own police force. I don't know if y'all know this.
I have heard that. That's amazing.
Y'all pull up in front of the postal office as you debate the semantics of whether or not it's a
Whether
fine
we can trust
institution
them.
or a piece of shit.
Mhm.
And in doing so, you get this thing out of the county, out of out of Tennessee, and now it's somewhere else's problem, if it is a problem. And
It's a problem now.
even though you're all exhausted, you feel like the sense of pride swell within your chest as you've done this good thing. Obviously, not everybody gets a happy ending, but so the story goes.
Well, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but when I get my next assignment, I could probably use some extra hands if y'all are willing to come along. I got room in the Model T for everybody but White. Blue's taking his spot. It's fine.
oh,
Yeah, I mean,
No.
we can actually just drive you to the hood if you want to come.
Can
that
we just
way.
replace Wyatt with Blue next
Blue.
season?
you know what? Y'all
So
need.
cruel.
You know what? Y'all need somebody to watch your ass because y'all have some wild ass ideas that sometimes will get you in trouble. So you might as well take me along. That way you have at least someone that tells you being dumb.
You watch our ass as long as
Yeah.
you wash your ass. And we'll
Well-
be good, White.
Well, I mean, I'll wash when I can.
Wash
Worse.
wash your ass. Willie looks at Wyatt and like does a like. What do you think? Like
Look, I what else am I going to do? Hunt around here after seeing all this shit? Are you kidding me? No, we're good at this, and we need to. I think we need to make ourselves a lot more useful because, well, that goose thing was a big fucking thing to fight. I feel like there's deeper and darker things that are around that maybe we can shed a little light on. Of course, that's if Colette's willing to have me around.
Right, like I guess Blue can sit in your lap.
Marcy insists y'all come on back to dinner.
Is it beef and barley?
We're having beef
Came
and
here for
barley.
the beef and barley.
Finally get our beef and barley.
Beef and barley, beef and barley.
Yes, it's our dinner.
Because, we can figure out the details, y'all's next leg of your journey tomorrow. Y'all come home, get cleaned up, and get some dinner. And the next morning, there might be a lot of goodbyes and hugs and stuff between Marcy and y'all, but she'll be in the gap if you ever need her. And you might need a little help with something. She's got folks all over. So just keep an ear to the ground and send her a letter if you
Well, I got your number, so we'll just call you.
That too.
Yeah.
Well, folks, which way we heading?
Ever in Arkansas?
Nope.
That's where I'm going.
Hell, that sounds like fun. What about you, Billy?
Going wherever Colette is. Follow that nun into heaven.
Jesus Christ.
That's him.
Christ be with you.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. All right.
Praise God.
Maris, Jolene, how y'all feel about it? I mean, I know Jolene's going to follow Colette wherever the hell she goes, so.
Oh, I don't even know what you mean by that. But I mean, if she's offering,
it's because she thinks I'm pretty.
I sure do. I mean, what? No. I mean, you are pretty, but get oh hell, why are you gonna just out someone like that, Wyatt? If you'd have me tag along, that's fine. I don't have anywhere to be.
You're the only person I know that punches Haynes, so I could use that.
Fair point.
And Maris here, she's got herself some poison daggers. Please.
I mean, they're not poisoned anymore.
But they can be.
What?
They can be. They can be poisoned at any point in time.
Well, see, it's a great thing to have right there.
So I think Maris is like looking back and forth, and I think she actually like says to Marcy, I feel like I could learn a lot from you if you didn't mind me sticking around. And then she says to like the rest of the group, I'll be here in Baker's Gap too. Just call when you need help.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea. You're needed here, I feel like. Maybe not forever, but definitely for the right now.
I am going to need a little help cleaning up after all this mess.
I'm not leaving right away, so got time.
Grab a broom, everybody. Got some work to do.
I'm like a rake.
White starts sweeping the porch.
That's about all I got ready for y'all. But I would say that, as time goes on, you come to learn that Baker's Gap is it has its troubles, but overall you don't hear about any floods or any haints or any news coming out of Baker's Gap that might make you think that there's some kind of monster living in the reservoir. And regardless where you go or what happens after this, you'll know that at least you did one good damn thing with your life. So talking to Wyatt there with his his existentialness perpetuates this campaign. So we'll see you guys on the next one, I suppose.
Yeah.
We come back.
Well, everybody, thanks for coming and showing up for these past 8 episodes of Echoes of the Valley. This show, we're gonna be. Thank you, Barry, for that last. We're not roaring anybody with that because we're done. As far as this show in this season, the earliest would probably be August, but I got stuff in the summer. This is actually the last time you're going to see my face here on my own channel because I'm done here on the channel. But on Saturdays, we still got a couple episodes. Emma is running her Mass Effect 5e scan. We got 3 episodes left of that, so please tune in on Saturdays at noon Pacific Daylight Time. And then I also play on Girls Run These Worlds. I'm playing some Dragon Age over on there. That being said, be sure to join my Discord to get any updates on what else kind of goes on the channel. I think as far as what happens in the summer, there's going to be at least one audition in the summer for a D&D 5e campaign based off of the stuff that Jamie has been writing, and then myself and our friend Colin has been working on editorial-wise. We will be featuring the classes and subclasses from that material It's very good. It's very spooky. Very good shit. We're kind of getting to the point where we can premiere that. And then I will have applications to play in that. As far as other shows that are coming up in the summer, you can definitely see me back. I will be back running my Morphs in the Swamp, which is my Animorphs game that has a Blades in the Dark skin. It's an Animorphs Blades in the Dark skin for season 3. I will be back on that on Fridays for sure here. And then Emma will be back on Saturdays in the summer, probably in June, with some more Dragon Age with our final season of In Darkness Unbroken. So tune in for that, and just follow me on the Twitters and all that kind of stuff to figure out when all that stuff is happening. So with that, the opposite way that we did our stuff, where are we going to find you on the internet? What you got? What you doing? All that other kind of good stuff. So, Rendis, you're up, friend. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rendis. You can find me anywhere at Party Wipe Games. Lately, I've been playing over on GTA Online 5M on a roleplay server called Paradise. It is consuming all of my time and energy outside of work and sleep. It is fun, though. I love it. There's great drama there and good times. We also have 2 shows that occasionally do stream. We try and keep up with it, but people keep getting sick because it's transitioning from winter to spring, and that's what shit does to people. It's a Change Stars campaign that just got released off of Kickstarter. It's a friend's sci-fi game that they adapted from Alien RPG into their own system with their own unique artwork and rules and stuff, and it's really fun. You should check it out. As well as we play Brindlewood Bay, where I am a saucy old grandma. That's always fun too. That's it.
Well, if my friend Rendis is done, I'm just you can find me on Twitter at It's Just John, also on Blue Sky if you're there. I plan on actually returning to streaming sometime in either at the end of summer or closer to fall. When I do that, it will be on Twitch here at It's Just underscore John. Um, should be able to find me. And as I've been doing for the majority of this campaign, I would like to remind each and every one of you that there is a genocide going on in Gaza right now, and that Palestinians are dying unnecessarily. So bully your politician until they either change their mind or they start blocking your number.
And then get a new phone
the
number.
and then get a new phone number and bully them again. It may seem as if your small action may not do much, but trust me when I say that every action, whether big or small, is very important in this current ethnic cleansing that's going on in Palestine, and obviously free Palestine.
Free fucking Palestine. Let's go. All right.
Yeah. But not to bring everyone down, but that's kind of all I've got right now for myself. So I'm gonna toss it on down to Marlo, and maybe they'll bring us back up.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a vibe killer from birth. I'm not the fun one to have at a party. I will talk about genocide at a party. Hey, I'm Marlo. You can find me on Instagram and X at Marlo Bogwitch. That's Bogwitch with 2 G's. Less cool than Snoop Dogg, but we both have 2 G's. Anyway, so I'm not really doing anything else right now. So if you want to put me in your games, think about it. I like horror. I like being the comic relief. I like being a weirdo. And that's cool. Yeah, that's all I really got.
Put Marlo in your games.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be in games.
She's pretty good at them too.
I try. Thank you.
Yeah, this was a really great table to play Old Gods with. So
It's so much fun here.
Thanks. So much fun. Thank Val for hosting and Jamie for being DM, an amazing DM. I am Lily. I'm Elise on Life on Twitter and sort of Blue Sky. I have an account there, but I haven't really started using it much. Lily PHL on Instagram, that's where I spend a lot of my time, and Lescribe on Twitch and Discord. And I am involved in a few things. You can hear me on 3 different podcasts. One is Misfits of Space, which is a Scum and Villainy actual play. The other is Blurred on the Street, which is me and 2 other Black and Indigenous women and femmes talking about being in geeky spaces. And the last one is Greetings from Stability, which is a horror anthology podcast where we do a bunch of different systems. We started with Sleepaway, and we're working our way through a bunch of indie stuff, really, that we kind of agree to that we find on itch.io and other places. And then you can see me the first Saturday of every month at 3 p.m. Eastern over on Emporium Wayward Gamer with Shadowport Adventures, and we're playing Star Wars there.
And last but not least,
Well, like Val said, we'll be doing some auditions in the summer for D&D game. Other than that, you can shout me out on her Discord. You can find me there. I'm Jammy. And see you in the next one, I suppose.
yeah. All right, so I'm trying to find somebody to raid. Looks like some people were almost ending, so I didn't want to go yell there. And then somebody was all looked all the same on there. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to raid... Oh, Lost Caravan is playing right now? Alright, we're going to go ahead and raid Lost Caravan right now. It looks like they're playing some, what's called Impossible Landscapes over there. So we're going to show them a little bit of love, y'all, because they've shown us love here. And we will see you next time. Goodbye. See you later.